Okay, welcome to day two of Christ University entrance exam preparation and the micro presentation, skill assessment, and the personal interview. Yesterday we talked about the day one जहाँ पे हमने बात की थी माइक्रो प्रेजेंटेशंस कैसे होनी चाहिए. वी गेव यू सम काइंड ऑफ टॉपिक्स, फिर हमने आपको सर्च करके उनको अपने टेलीग्राम चैनल पे हमने उसको डिकोड भी किया ताकि आप लोग उसको ढंग से कर पाओ. उसके बाद वी ऑल्सो वेंट अहेड एंड वी टॉक्ड अबाउट सम इंटरव्यूज क्वेश्चंस जहां पर इंटरव्यूज के आंसर्स कैसे फाइंड करने हैं वो भी आपको बताया जा सके. सो आफ्टर डे वन जहां पर हमने आपको सब कुछ बताया कि हाउ यू कैन गो अहेड एंड हाउ यू कैन फाइंड आउट ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन, द आंसर्स. टुडे वी गोना टॉक अबाउट डे टू, डे थ्री, फोर, फाइव, बिकॉज क्राइस्ट यूनिवर्सिटी का जो एंट्रेंस के बाद माइक्रो प्रेजेंटेशन है दैट इज वेरी सून. नाउ दे हैव ओनली गिवन टू 5 to 6 days. So we do not want to waste even a single minute. So what we want that let's go ahead and look at all the topics ताकि आप उन टॉपिक्स को आराम से खुद सर्च कर पाओ. फिर भी अगर दिक्कत आती है write me in the comment section. In our telegram channel I'll put all the information again like yesterday we did. So let's start the day 2. In day 2 when we have, give me 1 second, let me just check the stream settings, is everything is okay. Okay, I believe this is okay now. So the first question which we have here, that is about the world after COVID. That what exactly we have. Now, world after COVID, that was a topic which they asked in skill assessment question, and that same can be asked in the micro presentation also. So if I go ahead and can find it out, if you're on the telegram channel, you can just see that I'm going to post the answer to this. This is the only one specimen I'm giving today one. The rest you guys have the task to find it out. Still, if there's a doubt comes, you guys can approach me for that. So the first topic that we are taking today, that is world after COVID. Now what exactly it says in the world after COVID? It starts with the COVID-19 pandemic was not just a health crisis but a turning point in human history. It reshaped how we live, work and think. Now again I'm repeating that we are only doing it for the sake of just a specimen for you. Rest all the topics you guys can find it out. So if you still find a problem, this is live, so you can let me know which topic you're not able to find on the AI tools, and I'll give you the detailing in the telegram channel that we have. So it talks about the COVID-19 pandemic was not just a health crisis but a turning point in human history. It reshaped how we live, work and think. Firstly, the world become more digitally connected. Everybody knows that when the COVID occurred, it was more on the digital thing which happened. Whether you talk about education, you talk about payments, you talk about social media, everything was on the same grounds. So it is very, very important to understand that when we talk about any pandemic, any calamity, then after that there are certain changes happens. So you can phrase it in your own sense also. Firstly, the world became more digitally connected. Online classes, remote work, and virtual meetings became the norm, accelerating technology adoption by years. Platforms like Zoom and Google Meet became essential tools rather than optional conveniences. Secondly, people become more aware of the health and hygiene. You see, today also the people are so much concerned about the mental health, physical health, and so many. Like now, before there were not that much scope. We talk about the psychology, but now the people are choosing psychology over other subjects, and they are finding a career in the psychology. So that is again another health shift that we can talk about. Then also the career shift is happening. So there's now greater emphasis on mental health, fitness and work-life balance, areas that were often ignored earlier. Economically, COVID-19 exposed the vulnerabilities of global supply chains. Countries are now focusing more on self-reliance, as seen in initiatives like Atmanirbhar Bharat. Socially, the pandemic reminded us of the importance of human connection, empathy and community support. We saw how small acts of kindness could make a big difference. However, challenges remain, learning gaps in students, that is the one main challenge that still we are able to see that. that is still there. Job losses and economic inequalities, that's also occurred at the same time, we guys are aware about. In conclusion, the world after COVID-19 is more digital, more aware, but also more responsible. The real question is not what changed, but whether we will use these lessons to build a better future. At the end, it is a thank you. So that is if you go up the micro presentation, and the same thing you guys can write in the skill assessment, but make sure in skill assessment when you write, as I explained yesterday also, they should be having 3 or 4 paragraphs, not more. So one, you can talk introduction, second, talk about the pros and cons, and third, you can conclude. That means your own opinion you can write. So let's go further. The second topic, that is hard work versus smart work, a general topic. I believe you guys can find it out. There's no problem in finding it out because you guys all are educated going for the interviews, so you guys can search it. So I'm not searching more. If there's any problem comes, please let me know in the chat, because it's a live. I'll find it out, put it on the Telegram channel. Otherwise, let's just go with the topics, because I would like to cover day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so many, so that we can help you as much as possible. So the second topic of the day 2 was hard work versus smart work. That one has to do. Then measure to control air pollution. They are all in the skill assessment questions, and do understand that skill assessment and micro presentation topics, they can coincide. They can be the same topics also. Then the man-made disaster. The COVID is one of the example people were quoting when COVID happened. That is a man-made disaster. Now, other than that, what other topics we have? Number 23, it says plastic pollution. So you should know something about plastic pollution also. So all these topics we are discussing, so that you may get equipped with all the information. Any topic you're not aware about, just go on the internet, find it out, and just mug it up for some time. So at least you can perform, you can speak something, because it's a kind of extempore. You are not aware what topic they're going to ask. So it's very, very important that we go ahead and we talk about the topics, and at least have a list, because this gives you confidence and the knowledge and everything. The next, we have knowledge, a valuable asset. So it's all about the knowledge, how you can have it as a valuable asset. It's a strength of yours. Knowledge is a strength. That's how you have, that's what you have to show. Then unemployment in India. So you can give some stats if you would like to, some statistics if you provide, that will help you here. Then बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ, that is again you can say एक मुहिम छेड़ी गई थी कई states के अंदर, हरियाणा में भी छेड़ी गई थी, and all over India also we had this. And especially girls, the female candidates, they should have more on these things, like women empowerment, बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ. What are your views on that? Women empowerment. So that is again thing, one thing which you should be aware about. That digital India, a lot of things are happening after COVID. So digital India was again a campaign. So you talk about the campaign, when was it started, who started it, and what all has occurred till now in digital India. Artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence, you know, that's the future right now. So that also you should be talking about, although we have so many cons along with the pros, so many disadvantages we have. So please count them, and I believe they're going to be soon going to be some laws also going to become on that, other than the cybercrime laws, because AI is being misused so much nowadays. But we are not the slaves of technology. Technology should be our slave. So use that carefully. Another topic they ask, that is corruption. Now they did ask some current affairs topics also, so you should be ready for that also. Now the current affairs topics, what did they ask? They asked, who is the governor of RBI? Are you aware about this? Who is the governor of RBI?
I think it's Shakti Das Prasanappa.
So right, he was not right now, he is now. The current governor is Sanjay Malhotra. So you know what you have to do, whatever current questions you can get, just search it on the web. Like if I search governor of RBI, if you search it, what do you get? See, Uh, you get the name and everything in front of you. Sanjay Malhotra. So that's what you know more about them. So what does he do, etc., etc. And if you go on the official website, it's a very best way, is the best way I'll say, to find out the GK. That go on the official page and read something about it, right? So this is what exactly, if I go on the RBI website, this is the complete list of governors you have. So this is Shri Sanjay Malhotra. He is the current one. If you click on him, you can get more information about him. He was an IAS officer of 1990 batch, Rajasthan cadet, and so on. I'm not asking you to mug it up. Reason being, because it's an interview. It's not a GK exam where they can ask anything. So they're gonna ask only the basic things like who right now is and who was before him. So just go with the last 3 or 4 names. Like this time it was Shri Sanjay Malhotra. Before that, Shri Shanti Kanta Das, and before that Dr. Urjitar Patel, Raghuram Raj, Dr. Raghuram Rajan, and see, they all are doctors in lines. Like so, what so many qualification they have, and Dr. C Rangarajan here. So that is, there are so many things like, let's do not waste time on this, because this you can do yourself. So I don't think we need to spend much time on this you guys can search, right? So let's go the next one. On the next question, if we have, that is, who is the finance minister of India? So same way you can find out who is the finance minister of India, the same way you can find out who is the home minister of India. Now who is the finance minister of India?
Nirmala
Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman. I don't think we need to find it out, and we can need to show it to you. Everybody knows about it. And who is the home minister of India?
Sitaram,
Mr. Amit Shah. Everybody should be aware about that also. Who is the defense minister of India? Mr. Rajnath Singh, right? That is also right. Now this is about governor of Haryana. That is about your own state. So whichever state you are from, you should know about the governor, the chief minister, the education minister. All these things they may ask. So you should be ready with that also. The next, they may ask the president of India. Now, who is the governor of Haryana? That is your own state wise, so you guys can search it up. Now, if I ask about the governor of Haryana, now let's see whose name comes. It's Ashim Kumar Ghosh. He is the governor Haryana. So you can find out for your own state. That's gonna help you out. Then education minister of India. Now, apart from India, you should know about your state also. So let's find out for the state first. So Mahipal Dhanda is the current education minister of Haryana. Apart from that, of India, if we talk about, the NEP also was introduced. You should know about that also. Shri Dharmendra Pradhan is the current education minister of India. So that also one should be aware about. So this was day 2, which we discussed in details, but as we do not have that much time, so let's go on day 3 now. आइए बैठिए प्लीज. Good morning. Now in day 3 we have some more questions on skill assessment, as well as on the micro presentation, and also I believe day 3 we started with the domains also. Yes, we started on day 3 with the domain questions also, so we do that also today. So the next, the question which can be in the skill assessment or it can be in the micro presentation, that what will happen if there is a borderless world. So you guys have to give the positive as well as the negatives of that. Give the introduction first of all, the number of countries, about the map a bit, then talk about the wars a bit, and then you can give, if there's a borderless world, then what can be the pros, what can be the conflicts, because if there are positives, there are negatives also. So maybe there will be no war at a big level, but yes, there are things like poverty, corruption, unemployment, population. There are so many things which we may have. So we may use resources of each others, but again we're gonna share the problems also. So you can talk about the both the things. The next is the social media impact. That is another topic that was asked in the past. Now social media impact is huge. From kids to old age, everybody has an effect on this. Like if you see the people, the doctors especially, there are reels where we show, where we see the people, the kids, small kids, they are so much impacted with the social media that their speech even starts after certain, after they delay their speech even, they do not come with the proper words. So that is again, there are so many things you can talk about. The old age you can talk about. Youngs, of course, they are most affected. Then is there any substitute for the hard work? This we did in the last class, yesterday class also, that there is no substitution for the hard work. So you may take the points from there also. Then do you think technology affects creativity? Yesterday we talked about a topic of technology and education. So you can pick up the points from there also if you would like to. The hard work necessary for success. Now there are certain topics which are going around and around of hard work, technology, digitization, and so many. The process of YouTube channel from initial phase till success, because this may be one of the persons who was uh, talking about some YouTube channel. That's why the topic was asked, because the interviewee talked about it, that he has his own channel, so that's why he asked this particular topic. Otherwise, this is only once I have seen. The future of electronic vehicles, a very very important topic nowadays, because you should know now that which all companies are coming up with the EVs. So you can go ahead and search for that also. Future of travel and tourism in India. Again, you can talk about all the destination, beautiful destination we have in India. The itineraries, if you are aware about that, how the itinerary can be made. The infrastructure of India. Now we know after independence how huge we have made this particular area. We worked in this. Then do deadlines destroy creativity? So there are certain topics which are very general in nature, and there are certain topics for which you need knowledge. Ethics in business. So this comes from your business studies. If you have learned that properly, you will see there are concepts about business, and there are certain ethics that you should follow. Otherwise, again, online is there for you guys. You have Make in India. It was again a concept, and who launched it, in which year it was launched. So I can give you all the detailing in the Telegram channel if you guys would like to. But for that, I do not, as I said, I do not want to give you all the detailing right away. I want you to list down all the topics, so you should be aware about and feel confident whether you can speak on these or not. Now this is about the domain. In domain, what all topics came, like this is from a student, they're from so many students and they have been collected. For example, economics, they ask marginal utility and law of demand. So you guys have to learn the definitions. You guys have to give the actual definition, because that what exactly gonna impress the interviewers. Because if you just go here and there, you just talk about the broad area, they may do not like it. So what is important, to stick to the definitions. Then inflation factor affecting demand. Again, the question from your academics. Relation between demand, supply and price. Exception to law of demand. What is market? What is marketing? Difference between selling and marketing. GDP versus GNP. What is break-even point? So all these things are very very important. This was on day 3 which we had to cover. Now let's check what is in day 4 for you guys. Now in day 4 we had accounts questions. It's again domain. So you should be aware about all the answers. In domains, they asked, if I talk about particularly accounts, what is depreciation and what are the various methods to calculate amortization? Is patient an intangible assets? And if it yes, then why? If no, then why? Where do we record salaries? On which side? And why do we record it there? So you should know why that is an important answer you should provide. Then type of accounts, that how many type of accounts you have. Outstanding salary comes from which head and where do we record it? Principle of accounting, the golden principle. There are so many they ask from the accounts particularly. I believe somebody who's going for BCom honors or any specialization in BCom honors, they should be well aware about all these answers because they are the repeated question which I have taken here. The anticipated profit are not recorded in the book of accounts, and why? Then what is CSR? आइए शिफ्ट कर लो प्लीज. The next accounts questions was, what are the liquid assets and examples? The question I'm giving it to them, you should be able to know the answers. अगर नहीं पता तो आप उसको सर्च कर सकते हो. If there is any problem comes, let me know about it. Then what is repo rate and how much is it right now? So please search it. Then explain money measurement. So it was all about domain day 4. Concept of accounts. Why is trial balance prepared and what can be done if it is wrong? Example of current assets and current liabilities. Two sides of balance sheet. What is multi-purpose cash book? ये आते हैं हमें सारे. आर वी अवेयर अबाउट ऑल द क्वेश्चंस? नहीं आता ना? हाँ, तभी मैंने बोला है प्लीज़ ज्वाइन दिस क्लास. अच्छा कोई बात नहीं, कुछ आते हैं कुछ नहीं आते. इकोनॉमिक्स तो आपके पास था, वो सारे क्वेश्चन आते थे आपको. वेरी गुड, ग्रेट. बिकॉज ये क्वेश्चन अगर नहीं आते ना अकेडमिक्स, दे समथिंग दैट दे, it depends a lot on that. They're going to check your academics strongly. That's why they don't wait for the 12th result. They give the result even before the 12th result comes. So they look at the 10th class course, 11th class course, and also they check the academics, how good the student is. So that is very, very important. So make sure we do best in that. Then similarity between trial balance and balance sheet. So if they ask about similarity, they may ask about the dissimilarities also. The golden rule of accounts. Then what is contra entry? कितने क्वेश्चंस आते हैं इसमें से? 90% आते होंगे पक्का? ठीक है, गुड. Then it comes the term business studies, BS. कौन से वाला? ये डे 7 कर रहे हो अभी ना? डे 2 है. अच्छा ऊपर 7 लिखा हुआ है ना. कौन सा वाला क्वेश्चन बताओ मेरे को? 55. मार्केटिंग ये बिजनेस स्टडीज का क्वेश्चन इसके अंदर आया होगा शायद ये. In business studies, we had a lot of other topics like explain any one topic from business studies. So they may have given a choice to a student that any one topic you talk about in business studies. Then scalar chain, what is grapevine, principle of management by Henry Fayol. Now, who is the father of management, modern management, scientific management, everything we should be able to learn. Different needs in Maslow hierarchy. So you should know about the pyramid. That is a very popular question they ask a lot of times. SWOT, that is your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, and how they can be clubbed together. Then business SWOT and also your personal SWOT. That is also important part. In legal, the people who are preparing for law, they asked about how are legal studies important in society. They asked about explain contract. So it's an agreement which is enforceable by law. So they may ask what is agreement. They may ask what is proposal and other things related to contract law. About contract, they may ask to the commerce student also because you guys read that, you guys study that, I believe, class 11, 12. Contract पढ़ते हो आप लोग? थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ते हैं ना? तो they may ask you about that also. What are good and bad qualities of a lawyer? So same way they can ask about what are the good and bad qualities of a manager. What is constitution? Now what is constitution? I believe this is a general question. This is not only specific to legal people. They may ask this from you also, because that is about our India. Now, artificial intelligence in higher and lower society. That is again a topic they may ask. Demonetization. Now, this occurred in the past. So, again, there are rumors of that. So, that's they may again ask you guys about it. Consumer rights. So consumer rights again a general topic for commerce student also. They should be able to answer it if that comes. So this was day 4. Let's go to the day 5 now. Some more general questions we did on day 5. The IMF full form क्या होती है?
International Monetary Fund.
And where is the headquarter? So make sure you guys know about all that. Who is currently heading that organization? Same way आपके जितने भी United Nations के आपके चार्टर के बारे में पता होना चाहिए, उनके ऑर्गन्स के बारे में पता होना चाहिए, सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल्स के परमानेंट मेंबर्स कौन है ये पता होना चाहिए. They may ask anything like you guys have participated for the MUNs, right? So they may ask you a lot of things like that. So अगर आप अपने इंटरव्यू में MUNs को शो करने वाले हो, so expect questions from Constitution, expect questions from United Nations. Do expect it. So please prepare them also. Advantages of mobile banking. A lot of advantages we have on that. Name 3 private sector banks. अब मजे की बात ये है, लास्ट टाइम बच्चे से पूछा, बच्चा बोल क्या था SBI. मतलब बड़े हैरानी की बात है, मतलब कुछ ऐसे क्वेश्चंस हैं जो हम एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करते, हम आप लोग को पढ़ाए ना, बट वो अगर कॉन्शियस में आप लोगों ने एक बार सारे क्वेश्चंस देखे हुए हैं ना, तो आप लोग ये समझो कि काफ़ी हद तक आपका इंटरव्यू क्लियर है, बिकॉज द कॉन्फिडेंस एक्चुअली दैट हेल्प्स अ लॉट. देन हिस्ट्री ऑफ योर होम टाउन. जिस भी होम टाउन से आप बिलोंग करते हो उसकी हिस्ट्री के बारे में पता होना चाहिए. इफ दैट इज कनेक्टेड टू एनी हिस्ट्री में कोई भी आपका, जैसे हमारे वाला जो दानवीर करना से रिलेटेड है, या कोई और जैसे पंजाब में बहुत सारी ऐसी शहर हैं जो गुरु साहिबान से रिलेटेड है. सो इस तरह चीज़ें हमें हिस्ट्री पता होनी चाहिए जहाँ भी हम रहते हैं. रीसेंट न्यूज़ यू हैव हर्ड अबाउट. अब वर्ल्ड वॉर 3 जो एक्सपेक्टेड है उसको छोड़ के कुछ और न्यूज़ भी कर लेना, वरना सारी दुनिया इस समय वर्ल्ड वॉर 3 की बात ही कर रही है. ईरान, इजराइल एंड US. लेबनन था अभी बीच, वो वही मैं कह रहा हूँ ना, वर्ल्ड वॉर छोड़ दो ना, वाई सो मच न्यूज अबाउट वर्ल्ड वॉर, दे डोंट वांट टू लिसन टू इट। उन्हें कुछ और बताओ ना, फाइंड आउट, न्यूज़ पेपर पढ़ो लास्ट 2-3 दिनों का, कोई और न्यूज़ निकालो ताकि उनको भी लगे हाँ बच्चा सिर्फ वर्ल्ड वॉर नहीं देखता, उसको बाकी चीज़ें पता है। वर्ल्ड वॉर तो एवरीबडी नोज, टॉक अबाउट समथिंग विच पीपल डोंट नो। कुछ ऐसी चीज़ उनको बताओ तो उनको भी इंटरेस्ट आए सुनने में, दे आर देयर टू लिसन टू यू। तो अगर आप वही बात कर रहे हो जो हर बच्चा कर रहा है, देन हाउ विल यू मेक अ डिफरेंस? यू कांट मेक अ डिफरेंस इन दैट केस, यू हैव टू टॉक समथिंग डिफरेंट। दैट इज समथिंग यू हैव टू इंश्योर। ये देखो अब आए, कब बोला था सुबह 8:15 पहुंच जाना। आइए सर, चेयर लेकर आ जाओ अंदर। हमने डे 2, डे 3, डे 4 सारा कर लिया, डे 5 पे आ गए हम लोग। लेट हो आप, फिर हम कहते हैं हमारा क्राइस्ट का इंटरव्यू कैसे होगा। तुम लोग के लिए तो लाइव बैठा हूं सामने फिजिकली। चलो लेट्स गो टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। ब्रीफ अबाउट एनी सेलिब्रिटी। एनी सेलिब्रिटी, आई बिलीव इस बच्चे से कहीं ना कहीं कोई बात हुई होगी, तो इसने कहीं ना कहीं अपना इंटरेस्ट बॉलीवुड या हॉलीवुड या कहीं ना कहीं दिखाया होगा, तो इसने किसी ना किसी सेलिब्रिटी के बारे में कोई बात की होगी, या फिर इसने सिर्फ जो ग्लैमरस वर्ल्ड है उसके बारे में बात की होगी। तो इनसे पूछा गया कि ब्रीफ अबाउट एनी सेलिब्रिटी, तो वो हो सकता है इनसे क्वेश्चन पूछा गया हो। देन फॉर गर्ल्स इट इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट अगेन, सक्सेसफुल वुमेन आपको पता होना चाहिए अगर आपके शहर से कोई निकला है। इन भाई सबको बताओ कैसे आना है, ताकि साइड बाय साइड म्यूट करके देख लेंगे, सुन मुझे लेंगे, देख वहाँ लेंगे। यूट्यूब, सक्सेसफुल वुमेन फ्रॉम योर सिटी, स्टेट और इंडिया। इंडिया आपको पता होना चाहिए सक्सेसफुल वुमेन आपकी सिटी से, आपकी स्टेट से, आपकी इंडिया से, हमें ये सब चीज़ें पता होनी चाहिए। यू शुड नो एटलीस्ट 2 और 3। ये अगर आपको पता है दे मे आस्क इट, स्पेशली गर्ल्स के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है जी। देन लॉ वाले बच्चों से कुछ पूछा गया, दैट जैसे कि हु इज रीडर, लॉयर वर्सेस एडवोकेट में डिफरेंस, जज वर्सेस मैजिस्ट्रेट में डिफरेंस, बैरिस्टर वर्सेस लॉयर में डिफरेंस, जज वर्सेस जूरिस्ट में डिफरेंस, हाउ वन बिकम्स अ जज। नाउ फंडामेंटल राइट्स आप सबको पता होनी चाहिए। कितने फंडामेंटल राइट्स हैं हमारे? 6। स्टार्टिंग में कितने थे? 7। कौन सा अब नहीं है? वेरी गुड, राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी अब नहीं है। आर्टिकल नंबर कहाँ से कहाँ तक चलते हैं? नहीं पता? प्लीज कर लो। यू डोंट नो व्हाट। देखो अगर बाय चांस आपके सामने जो इंटरव्यूअर है, इफ दे आर फ्रॉम पॉलिटिकल साइंस बैकग्राउंड, तो वो एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं एक सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया को अपने फंडामेंटल राइट्स के बारे में तो पता ही, और फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज भी पता होनी चाहिए। ज़्यादा डिटेलिंग की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट डिटेल्स, बट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द बेसिक थिंग्स। हर एक बच्चे को पता होना चाहिए, हर एक इंसान को पता होना चाहिए। देखो नहीं पता चलेगा ऐसे भाई, नहीं नहीं, यहीं से देखनी पड़ेगी। स्टार्टिंग वाली बाद में देखना, अभी तो जो हम कर रहे हैं वो तो कर लो साइड बाय साइड, उसका तो फायदा उठा लो। नाउ राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी जो आप कह रहे हो हटाया, व्हाई वाज इट रिमूव्ड। अब ये क्वेश्चन आप लोगों से नहीं आएगा, कॉमर्स वालों से, दैट्स फॉर वेरी सिंपल थिंग। ये जिन्होंने लॉ के लिए अप्लाई किया होगा उन्हीं से आएगा। यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड, हाउ मेनी सीट्स इन हरियाणा, इसलिए बिकॉज ये बच्चा हरियाणा से है। आप जिस भी स्टेट से हो उस स्टेट के लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली में कितनी सीट्स हैं, इंडिया में लोकसभा में कितनी सीट है, राज्यसभा में कितनी सीट्स है, पता है तो ठीक है, अदरवाइज दैट इज नॉट वेरी बिग डील, क्योंकि लॉ वाले बच्चों के लिए ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। या फिर आप जैसे ह्यूमैनिटीज से हो तो आपके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है सारे क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, पॉलिटिकल साइंस सब पढ़ते हो आप। तो हु इज द स्पीकर राइट नाउ, हु इज द लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन पार्टी। अब रिसेंटली राघव चड्ढा के बारे में न्यूज़ चली है, जो राज्यसभा में उनको बोलने का टाइम ले लिया उनसे। सो पॉलिटिकली वो नहीं पूछेंगे आपसे, दैट्स फॉर श्योर, बट दे मे आस्क, बिकॉज रिसेंटली चेंज हुआ, सो दे मे आस्क हु इज द करंट स्पीकर फ्रॉम द अपोजिशन पार्टी, और हु इज द करंट स्पीकर फ्रॉम द रूलिंग पार्टी, सो द लीडर आई मीन। तो वो आपको पता होना चाहिए, स्पेशली ह्यूमैनिटीज वाले बच्चों को। हाँ तो वो तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में ही नहीं है ना वो पोस्ट, तो वो तो बनाई गई थी, तो नहीं है तो नहीं है, क्या हो गया। तो ऐसा उस पर कोई, अच्छा इस क्वेश्चन से मुझे याद आया, ये भी क्वेश्चन आ जाता है कि हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में किस पोस्ट को हटाने का प्रोविजन ही नहीं है, गवर्नर को। इसलिए जब भी सरकारें बदलती है, गवर्नर भाई साहब सबसे पहले चेंज होते हैं, बिना किसी लॉजिक के। यू कैन चेंज देम, कोई जस्टिफिकेशन नहीं देनी, कुछ नहीं देना, बाकी हर एक इंसान को हटाने के लिए एक रीजन चाहिए, गवर्नर को हटाने के लिए कोई कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर हमारे लिखा ही नहीं हुआ। ये ह्यूमैनिटीज वाले बच्चों के लिए क्वेश्चंस हैं जो आ सकते हैं उनके पास। तो हाउ मेनी सीट्स इन लोकसभा, राज्यसभा, फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज, राइट टू डिसेंट, हु इज द प्रेसिडेंट एंड हु इज द फर्स्ट वुमेन प्रेसिडेंट, इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस पूछ लिए जाते हैं। नाउ अगेन वी केम बैक टू बिजनेस स्टडीज। बिजनेस स्टडीज से कुछ और क्वेश्चंस पूछे गए हैं, लेट्स टेक केयर ऑफ देम ऑल्सो। नाउ बिजनेस स्टडीज में और क्वेश्चंस आए, व्हाट इज मैनेजमेंट, द बेसिक क्वेश्चन दे हैव, व्हाट इज मैनेजमेंट, दैट यू शुड नो। इफेक्टिवनेस वर्सेस एफिशिएंसी, दोनों में फर्क है। समथिंग विच इज इफेक्टिव, समथिंग विच इज एफिशिएंट, दोनों में फर्क है, पता होना चाहिए। कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ मैनेजमेंट, ये सारे क्वेश्चन जितने भी 70+ इंटरव्यूज हैं जो टेलीग्राम पे आप लोग नहीं देखते हो, आप लोग के पास एक्सेस है, उन सबको समराइज किया गया है, ताकि आप लोग कम से कम इसी बहाने अपने आप पढ़ोगे तो नहीं, सुन तो लोगे, 2 घंटे लगा के सुनोगे तो सारे क्वेश्चन आंखों से निकल जाएंगे एटलीस्ट, तो पता होगा करना क्या। ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ मैनेजमेंट, इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ मैनेजमेंट। अब ये बच्चा जो होगा डेफिनेटली ये बीबीए की तरफ इंक्लाइंड होगा, तभी से इतने मैनेजमेंट के क्वेश्चन पूछे जा रहे हैं। तो अगर मेरा बीबीए या बीबीए की स्पेशलाइजेशन लेके बैठा हूं मैं, दैट मीन्स दे गोना आस्क मी दिस, ये मुझसे पूछे जा सकते हैं। इनको ही बुलाओ, सब बड़े मजे में आराम से उठ के आ रहे हैं। आइए चेयर लाइए आप भी अंदर, इधर शिफ्ट करो थोड़ा सा भी। डे 5 पे है हम लोग, डे 2 हो गया, डे 3 हो गया, डे 4 हो गया, नाउ वी ऑन डे 5। लेट हुआ, वो भी खत्म होने वाला है, अब डे 6 करना है इसके बाद हमने। तो तुम लोगों के चक्कर में मुझे इस पे करना पड़ रहा है कि कम से कम तुम लोग इसको तो देखो ढंग से, सुन तो लोगे मुझे। क्योंकि ये सारी पीडीएफ्स में भेजी हुई हैं, टेलीग्राम चैनल पे तुम लोग हो, बट अभी तक क्वेश्चन अभी भी नहीं किए हुए हमने, अभी भी हम कह रहे हैं 100% हमें नहीं पता, फिर हम कहते हैं रिजल्ट। इंटरव्यू मेन है, इंटरव्यू बहुत मेन है क्राइस्ट के लिए, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड। दे गोना टेक केयर ऑफ योर माइक्रो प्रेजेंटेशन, स्किल असेसमेंट और माइक इंटरव्यूज, इसके ऊपर आपका सिलेक्शन है। 10th 11th के मार्क्स आप ले चुके, एंट्रेंस टेस्ट आप दे चुके, बचा यही है, इसी पे मेहनत कर लो तो हो जाएगा। और 2 दिन रह गए, आई थिंक कब है, 11th को है, सबका 11th को है, 12th को है, 13th को, आपका 11th, वेरी गुड। चलो आगे चलते हैं, और भी करें, काफी कुछ करना है अभी तो। नेचर ऑफ मैनेजमेंट क्या होती है, लेवल्स इन मैनेजमेंट क्या है, फंक्शंस ऑफ मैनेजमेंट क्या है, सारे आई थिंक बीबीए वाला बच्चा है, बीबीए स्पेशलाइजेशन वाला बच्चा है। ये हमारा डे 5 खत्म, लेट्स गो टू डे 6। क्योंकि इसके बाद कल करूंगा स्ट्रेट अवे मॉक लाइव के अंदर, और फीडबैक साथ साथ मिलेगा, ठीक है ना। नाउ डे 6 में स्किल असेसमेंट के क्वेश्चंस हैं। द क्वेश्चंस आर लाइक, do you agree that cricket is killing other sports? Very very important question. Somebody who is fond of sports from the interviewee side or from interviewer side, in both the cases it is important. If you talk about sports, if you talk about cricket in your interview somewhere, they may ask this question because it is actually happening. अब तो फिर भी काफी कुछ relaxation है। Sports are helpful in overall growth, advantages of technology, ये सब आप आराम से ढूंढ सकते हो, कोई बहुत बड़ी रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है। I'm gonna list down all the topic, कोई टॉपिक रह ना गया हो, अगर आपका रहता है तो उसको कर लो, ताकि आप लोग सर्च कर लो, उस पर बोल के देख लो, मुझे सुना दो, कोई करेक्शन करनी है तो मैं करेक्शन करवा दूं। ऑल दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। Then we have advantages of open book examination. Now this actually happens in certain boards. ये open book examinations होते हैं, आपके सीबीएसई में तो नहीं होते खैर, but there are certain exams जहाँ open book examinations किए जाते हैं। Learning can be done without mistakes and defeat. Now they are asking you about your opinion. So, learning can be done without mistakes and defeat? Cannot be done. Can it be done? It cannot be done. ये देखो, ये भी भाई साहब अब आ रहे हैं सारे, सुबह उठने का नाम ही नहीं है जल्दी जल्दी. The next we had to get started. You have to stop, think, and start action. Knowledge is an asset. More micro presentation topics. Impact of climate change in present and future. Now ये सारे टॉपिक्स अगर आप एक बार भी जो भी टॉपिक नहीं पता उसको सर्च जरूर करना है आपने. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दैट, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. कोई कहोगे तो मैं आपको टेलीग्राम में डाल दूंगा, सर ये वाला टॉपिक नहीं समझ आ रहा हमें कैसे करना है, सो आई विल हेल्प यू आउट विद दैट. बट इंश्योर कि आप लोग इस पर मेहनत कर लो यार, रिजल्ट आ जाएगा, वरना रह जाएगा रिजल्ट हमारा. Now this is the question which they asked to the female candidates. Are beauty contest derogatory to the students? While legal studies or knowledge is important, is required. What is the relevance of constitution after so many years of independence? Benefits of education. आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, अभी पहले भी आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के ऊपर आया था, दोबारा से आ गया है. क्लाइमेट चेंज पहले दिन भी आई थिंक पहले भी हम पढ़ चुके हैं, एक बार आया हुआ है. क्लाइमेट चेंज इन इंडिया भी दोबारा आया हुआ है. तो वेरी जनरल टॉपिक्स हैं, कोई बहुत रॉकेट साइंस नहीं होती है. थोड़ा सा अगर आप में कॉन्फिडेंस है तो वी कैन टेक केयर ऑफ दैट. लीडर्स आर नॉट बोर्न बट आर मेड. डेमोक्रेसी इन इंडिया. हाउ टू स्टॉप माइग्रेशन. Should sports person be liable for the products they advertise? This was the day 6. Now day 7 starts with the mock straight away. तो कल हम लोग मॉक इंटरव्यूज, किस तरह इंटरव्यू का पैटर्न है, पहले क्या पूछा गया, फिर क्या पूछा गया, फिर एमपी हुआ नहीं हुआ, फिर क्या क्वेश्चन पूछे गए, कल हम वो करेंगे. तो अभी आप लोग मॉक देंगे मुझे सारे के सारे. अभी ऑनलाइन में इतना ही है अभी के लिए. Thank you so much.